Knock knock.
The door is closed.
Knock.
Who is it?
A woman's voice answered, muffled by the door.
Tired. Controlled.
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
Alright.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere. You could snoop around before going up.
Good idea. Hotel bill calculations. Looked like she had an extended stay. Alright. Piles of dirty clothes. A woman's. This room has sad all over it. Reminds you of your own. What? Hold on. She made around 4 months of payment for this room. Okay. 4 months of pretty long time. You see the yard below. The corpse is no longer there. Thank God.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked, one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there.
Look at the toothbrush.
It's been used quite a lot.
Well, yes, it's a toothbrush. What do you expect?
This toothbrush belongs to someone who doesn't give a damn about her teeth.
Look at the medication.
Pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners.
There's quite a collection here.
Anything of note?
Search the bottles.
Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoperidol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads, Nacra. Nacra? This is used to treat opioid overdoses. Always handy to have around.
Nacra, opioid antagonist.
Interesting. That's used for diamorphine overdoses.
Search the pill sheet.
Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gottwaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a little know-how.
Okay. Chemical hangover. Electrochemistry 3. Is there something more interesting here?
Nothing of note.
God fucking damn it. You swear. You for real? Whatever. Well. Can't do nothing about that. You feel someone's watching you behind the glass door. A woman. The bed has been hastily made. Hold on.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
I don't know what that means. Does this mean that is a newer? Run your fingers across the surface of the glass.
Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
You know, this window has recently been replaced.
Looks like it, yes.
He adjusts his glasses.
You know which window has not been recently replaced?
Yeah, the one is smashing my room.
Yes, that one. Cold wind is seeping in right now. Just one floor below you. Messing up your concentration here.
Well, there's nothing I can do about that. Let's go. The smell of cigarette smoke in the air. Astramentals. I might as well look around. Cold coffee and an ashtray that look like headshot. Look, a handful of dry white wildflowers.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air.
Oh, I don't know if I can pass this. Move your hand, fast! Catch him!
The wind brushes them off the roof.
God, I'm missing everything. Oh well.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Push.
It's barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets. Sounds like it's heavy too. Very sturdy. Must be something valuable inside to go through the trouble of protecting it. The door is very sturdy indeed.
Where does this lead to?
I don't know, Lieutenant Euphrator.
He makes a note.
It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door.
Do you think it's important?
I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case.
Below, the hostel cafeteria creaks and groans under your added weight. A skeleton of composite support beams and cantilevers.
Tap on the roof with your foot.
A dull thump. Somewhere inside, a wind brace rattles from the imperceptible motion of the building.
The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant.
I could say something, but I'm not going to, because I don't gloat.
He doesn't say anything.
He's a little... Gotcha.
You should have gloated.
Nah. Kick the door in? I don't think I can. Oh, actually, did I do this when... I think I did this in the last... in the run. But, yeah, I accidentally... Yeah, the game didn't save, by the way, for those who are on YouTube. We're recording this from Twitch. I didn't record... I record this part, but it didn't save. So I have to, like, redo the entirety of the thing. So we're starting the bot from here. Did I get this? I don't remember if I got this.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling-height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers. The men are talking, but you swear you hear those black limbs tap on the window as the wind blows out.
Perception side heroic. Look out the window. Squint.
There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still too cold outside. You're not so sure about that. Somehow you just know there's something out there behind the glass.
Iceland told you. There's something out there.
Yeah, your mother.
It's not a very good mother joke, but the room still laughs. Something about those mother jokes just work.
Give her your glass. Well, we need some perception. How can we get some perception? Perception. I know this book gave me perception. Perception. What gives me perception? Is really that all I have in perception? I got things that take away perception, which sucks. But nothing that gives me too much.
Again, you find yourself looking at that big old window.
Perception. Look out the window. I might save. I really not a... I try not to scump, but I feel like this is important.
Looking at that again. You find yourself looking at... There's a yellow ribbon tied to one of the branches. Light yellow. Faded with time. A tiny splash of color in the blackness of the thicket. Hanging from it. A bronze key. Someone hid the key in the bush and attached the yellow ribbon to make it easier to find. It's close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it. Surely not a coincidence.
Someone hid a key in the bush. Points to the window.
Huh?
Titus, can you hand me the key to me, please?
I'm not your janitor, cop. I don't even know what you're talking about. There's nothing there.
If he says it's there, it's there.
Exactly. Can you let me slide so I can grab the thing?
I don't know about that. I'm comfortable here. Don't think any sliding would really help right now.
Sorry, fucko. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. Good fucking luck with that. The Hawthorn's got a bitch of a bite.
I'm gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bushes out there.
With a loud thud, the old man stands up, pushes the window open, grabs the key from the hawthorn branch, and slides it across the table to you.
Okay, thank you. Take the key.
The key is brass. Workshop spare is etched into its bow. The old man closes the window and sits back down in silence.
Come on, man. We were just having some fun. Where's the harm in...
I'm tired of listening to your shit.
Thank you. Not to the old man.
Don't thank me. I don't give two shits about your key.
There is a silence around this man's words. Unlike Titus, they're afraid of him. That's the type of respect he commands.
Does anyone know why there was a key hanging right outside the Union box window?
Didn't even know it was there. Boys.
No idea.
Never even seen it. Someone must have hidden it there before this room became our place.
Look at the key in your hand. I wonder what this door opens.
It could open the door in the kitchen. The blue door. It says workshop spare. Maybe there's a workshop there?
It's worth a try.
Sure. Thank you. Goodbye. Is it here?
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. It could be connected to the barred door upstairs.
Try the workshop spare key on the door.
The key fits the dimple lock. It takes a bit of effort to turn it after all these years. But then, the lock clicks.
Hell yeah.
Dust rises before you like mist. A tomb? Haunted by regal spirits from distant ages. No. Smells like engine grease and cut wood. A workshop.
Cool. Well, we finally got into the super mega extra thing. This pinball says Franco-Generian. The theme is horses and swords. The pinball is white the aura. The back grass shows a female figure on what I couldn't read that too fast. I know. NB. The spare key is tied to the bush outside the corner room window. So that's what it was here. No one nefarious, but it's just been there forever. No one noticed. I mean, no one will notice. Wouldn't the bush just keep growing at some point? We got $5 though.
Over there, in the corner.
The pinball machine?
Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. It's lit. You can't wait to get your hands on it.
Is this new? I think this is new.
Lit. A phrase almost
Lit.
synonymous with the Insulindian pinball scene. Any pinball scene, really.
Kim, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Points to the machine.
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats. A classic.
Wait, you played it?
A little.
Feels like a lot. Too much to play it again.
Well, let's take a closer look. Also, that was in real life. That was just my phone. Don't worry about it. Let's take a closer look. Pulls out the machine.
Ah, great.
The lieutenant sighs.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box. There's a small column of text underneath. The machine is coin operated. Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready.
Hell yeah. Lean close to read the text.
Above the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, inspired by the legend of Cornelius Gordy, taken on the world's tallest peak, Corpus Muindi. The Mesk legend holds that when the nation is in danger, heroic Gordy shall return and save his people.
With lots of pinball. Inspect the playing field.
The theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the perspective of goats and to ascend to the top of the mountain in a time of trouble. The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. All the balls have small goat icons on them and represent the goats as they race up and down the mountain. Areas around the playfield represent Gordy's climb, places he was said to have camped, which the goats can discover. Get them to the summit.
What's with all the goats?
Indeed. Think of them as balls.
So the balls are the goats? Okay. Insert a coin. Sure, let's go.
It takes a while to get into a rhythm, but pretty soon you're able to keep 3 goat-faced balls in play with relative ease. Go, go, Fingerboy.
Go, Fingerball. I don't know anything about pinball.
I feel sorry for the goats. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was.
Wait, what kind of guy was he then?
The kind of a guy who uses the word savages a lot when recounting his travels. A masked nationalist.
Ah, fucking racist prick. Okay. Well, a racist mountaineer?
An avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by a wall-mounted hunting trophy from every continent.
Well, that is not very cool.
He also hit his wife and kids. Other people's kids too. Sometimes pets. Hateful.
That's extremely uncool.
But you seem to be having fun.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty good at this.
Your game is definitely improving. The jolly goats are flying all over the board. And although a few plummet to their deaths, you're never left with less than 3. Natural selection. Suddenly, a special passage leading to the summit slides open at the top of the board. This is where the balls need to go.
Concentrate and aim for the narrow passage.
Maneuvering a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit isn't easy. More fall to their deaths. But finally, the opportunity presents itself. One of them gets through. Tiny hammer shatters something inside the machine. Something glass. An ampoule?
Oh shit, is the machine broken?
The last one. The words "pale rupture" light up on the speaker panel, and the machine starts filling with a thick, milky fog. Something's happening.
Congratulations. This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the players. A stupid nihilistic finale.
Wait, what happened? We broke something.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. Some is actually leaking out of the machine, and one by one, your goats start slipping, disappearing into the milky nothingness.
Oh, because the pale. So this is what happened? So we were just fucked?
Lucky goats. The fog looks soft and inviting. This can be navigated. The balls leave almost imperceptible disruptions in the fog. Use them to calculate where they hit.
Come on,
next.
Bishop Calculus. I'm counting on you, please.
Hit the pads as fast as you can. Maximum attack. Not even a bullet can get through.
Yeah.
The amount of focus it takes to predict when a ball goat is in striking range is staggering, but it can be done. Focus.
Focus. We're super focused.
You're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point, but that goat is something special. 5 times you snatch him back from the jaws of death. You're in a perfectly balanced system where neither you nor the pal is able to get the upper hand. This could go on forever.
Kim, it can be done. Just watch.
I am. I've seen it before. Played it too. You will eventually make a mistake and then it's all over.
Oh, fuck. I don't... Giving up when it's too stressful. Why do they even make this if it's impossible to win? Why do they even make this if it's impossible to win? Wait, this is the same answer. Ah, whatever. Stay on the ball. Stay on the ball!
How, if you can't even see it?
God damn it.
The last goat plummets into the fog with almost suicidal glee.
Fuck, that was so hard. So that's impossible without good yellow.
It killed itself to spite you.
What an asshole.
There goes nothing, finger boy.
That sucks. Anyway, I had a thought now. I think I...
Cleaning out the rooms. What if you didn't lose your memory? What if something in Martinez came and stored it all away, for you to slowly open one box at a time, so you can choose which parts to keep? Keep almost none of it. Only the flowers on the windowsill. Only the distant sound of a radio. Lose all the actors, the dark shadows. Leave only the still lifes. The blissful distant wash of waves. If everybody knew, you never did. She'll be coming soon. That is all.
So you can choose which parts to keep. Are you referring to the meta game? Are you referring to us, the player, choosing what size of what thoughts, what like road we go? Bonuses. We gain 1 suggestion, wake up. We got 1 island empire in a new life. One rhetoric by the seaside. Wake up in a new life by the seaside. Do you refer to Harry? Okay, this is some interesting fucking shit, dude. What crazy. Okay. What's the problem? Someone's been walking around in your dreams lately, looking for something tied up. Okay. I don't. I think I get it. I think it's referring to the video game.
All these mesmerizing machines, just waiting to be plugged back in and played.
We just did that. Run your finger across the DOS of the Y de Hora machine.
Feels like it might jump back to life any moment. The lights illuminating the white-robed woman.
What's a Y de Hora?
Some kind of inane pinball theme, probably related to Messina during the DeLorean age. The history themes are the worst.
Deora was one of the 3 crown cities of the DeLorean era, on the Muindi Isola, the others being Ria Silvia and Advesperasket. This theme is all about early airships and beautiful, sad, pearl-laden women. It's quite nice, actually. The lieutenant grimaces looking at the machines.
How about we fire one of this bad boy and play some ball? We just did! I think that the other piece was like new content from the big update that they did, but they forgot that we have like an entire like section about pinball here.
You can't fire them up. They are broken. Only that one machine in the main hall works. The Royalist Pinball.
And the machine that we broke.
What a dumb name. Royalist Pinball. If they weren't broken, he would kick one of these machines about now.
Damn, sounds like you don't enjoy pinball, Kim.
No, I love it. I love pinball. Who doesn't love pinball? Let's move on.
That doesn't sound very true. Doesn't sound very sincere, Kim.
He doesn't.
What about the other one, the Franco-Generian ball? Wanna play that?
No.
Alright. Think. Medium Encyclopedia 10, 92%. Kim Kitsuragi. Kim Kitsuragi.
Kim Pinball Kitsuragi.
Kim Pinball Kitsuragi, aka Kimball?
Exactly. That's what he's known as. His reputation precedes him.
You're Kim Pinball Kitsuragi.
So now he remembers.
He looks at you in the silence of the workshop, then takes his glasses off and cleans them.
Fine, I'm Kim Pinball Kitsuragi, aka the Kimball. You remembered. Congratulations.
Wait, you don't seem to really like pinball.
No human being should. It is a game that requires no skill and a childlike affinity to flashing lights and to fantastique, science-fiction, and historic romance franchise. It is lame.
Then why are you called pinball?
I am not called pinball. It was used to taunt me a long time ago, before I became a homicide detective and got my lieutenancy.
Oh, okay. I won't call you that. How do you...
Fine. I was a juvenile police officer for over 15 years. It's how I started out in the RCM. Once I had to infiltrate a pinball ring, as you do when you're a juvie cop.
As you do. I guess youngers really like pinball. And are lame.
Unbelievably. To do that, I needed to become a pinball champion. I trained for 9 months. The job was successful and I was moved out of the juvenile wing to homicide. End of story.
You were a juvie cop for 50 years?
That time is over now. I was already a 38-year-old man. It was unbecoming, as was playing pinball.
So that's why he doesn't want to talk to Kuno. Trauma and stressor disorder from being a juvie cop.
So that's why you don't want to talk to Kuno. You know, besides Kuno being an unpleasant little shit.
It's best if you handle the juvenile delinquents.
I'm gonna call you Pinball now. I'm gonna call you Kimball now. You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi to me.
Not only to you, I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi to everyone. Now, we really need to continue our sweep of what appears to be a secret.
I mean, I thought that... I meant to say that I won't taunt you with that. Alright, whatever. Is it an elevator?
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you to step inside.
Look in.
Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in. The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88.
Look at the elevator controls.
There are large rectangular buttons, monter, descend, and an international call for emergency assistance. That third one appears to be broken.
Call for emergency assistance.
A small steel plaque reads Halter 800. Halter is a Koningsteiner lift company who went out of business a long time ago.
I said it says the last maintenance was in 88.
That it does. I say, let's brave it.
88! This elevator was maintained a long time ago. Wasn't it? So this is like in 46 or something, I think? So this is more than 40 years. Oh, it's like 60 years.
At the end of the last century. Look on the bright side. If it fails, we will only sustain minor injuries. I'm talking 3, maybe 4 months in the hospital. Maximum 5.
It appears his whole enthusiasm is sarcastic.
Oh, yeah. I wonder what this elevator was used for.
Seems like a small freight elevator for transporting machinery. For that, it's pretty quaint.
He taps on the guttering light bulb. It's golden in the dark. It's still shining? What? That's a hell of a light bulb. Close the door and go up. I mean, if he used for fucking the pinball machines, I probably can hold our way. Neat. Small windows, taped shut with black plastic. Can't see outside. Boxes of tools and replacement part line the shelves. Oh, let's go. Oh, this is around the room of the weird disco lady. Scheme for pinball machines. Empathy and higher coordination. 1 empathy, Mr. Knitflock's Blues. 1 extra hand-eye coordination. For what? Can't see it. This dusty alcove used to belong to someone called Mr. Knitflocks. The name is stitched to the silk lining. A smell of months of ancient engineer grease. But fits you perfectly. A strange, lonely emotion fills you where you tie the bell around your waist. Now, I guess I'll wear it. It looks kinda cool. The pinball machine has been taken apart and gutted.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago. Everything is covered with dust now. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
Looks like they give up on fixing the pinball machine at some point.
At some point, 20 years ago, 15 maybe?
Try
Before
60.
pinball went out of vogue.
Try more like 60. I mean, it could be 50, I guess, if they just didn't bother to, you know, before they close up, they bother to check the, you know, they just leave a couple of years, the elevator running, you know? It used to be a pinball workshop.
Looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over.
He tapped his foot.
A creak. Some dust falls off a shelf.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the hearties bang away at it.
Remember the dice maker? Then that means...
Whirling in Racks was once the S Delta pinball arcade? This is all left over from that.
Ah, yes, as the novelty dice makers said. This has absolutely nothing to do with the case, I'm sure. But I do like a nice little connection.
I mean, it means that this was, like, again, this was connected, like it said, on the thing, to the Doom commercial area.
But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making the connection.
Could this mean that the whirling in Racks really is part of the Doom commercial area?
If that's true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. We should tell him what we found up here, omitting that suspicion.
Okay.
He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment to be part of a neighborhood ghost story about bankruptcy.
I mean, we know about the fucking 2 millimeter hole. We know this might be related to that. So let's not just, let's not just throw at that.
Stupid superstition. But still, it would be interesting to see what the cafeteria manager thinks of this.
I'm kind of tempting.
It's not a ghost story. It's a curse, and God ought to be made knowledgeable so he can perform counterspells.
Exactly. Finished thoughts. Choose.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Someone's been here within the last week or two.
3 weeks maximum, from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer.
He looks at you.
This is so good it makes him forget the whole pinball memory.
The Blue Door was a mega investigation after all. It has now converged with our main investigation, which I would say is quite large.
Hell yeah. I didn't gloat, but I really appreciate the Kim acknowledging. Okay. So what does this mean exactly?
It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route, behind our rape victim's room, in the recent weeks. This may prove to be significant.
Let's have a closer look then. Crouch, study the footprints.
Large prints, most likely made by boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than vamp. The soles have left a pattern, uniform, horizontal lines. This print is unlike one left by a regular worker boot. It is not a brand sole with logos on it. It seems custom-made or old-fashioned.
Okay. I mean, really just means that it's something, yeah.
Shoe size
Not
is
from
41
the
to
guys.
42, maybe 43. It could be a large-footed woman or a small to average-footed man. This is, unfortunately, the worst, most vague shoe size there is.
This print doesn't look like the odd sole print we found in the hanging, Kim.
The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person.
True, true. This doesn't look like the worker's boot from the hanging, does it?
No. These little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot, though.
Get up and
Everything
conclude.
around you is quiet.
Let's move on. Cool. Alright. There are tiny holes in the wall. You see a bedroom on the other side. So what, peeping Tom hole? Someone was here? I feel like you wanna maybe discuss that. And this is the outside.
This is the inside of the barred door you've seen before.
Unban the door. What? Oh. And we're right here. Cool. Well, let's talk to Garth about it, I guess.
Hey, was there something you needed?
Yeah, I saw a lot of stuff in the Whirling.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
Garth, what if I told you I got into the back room behind the blue steel door?
Oh, okay. Well, I did hear you make noise back there, so good for you.
He controlled his excitement well.
It takes a lot of willpower not to ask. Obviously, he's been wanting to know what's behind the door.
Well, aren't you gonna ask me what's behind there?
Okay, what is back there?
Pinball machines! A pinball workshop!
Ha! I knew it. I've always wondered where those machines by the door came from. And they told me there was some kind of pinball thing here too. I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean.
Why? Do you want to play? Because I might be up for a game.
No, I was just wondering if you found pinball machines there.
He appears to be making a calculation in his head.
He was wondering about something business-related, about how much money he could make of one.
Thinking of turning this place back into a pinball arcade?
No, but we could diversify the entertainment options, seeing as you've opened the door back there. The machine we have in the corner now is broken. It wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here. other than the hellish karaoke machine. That one's always causing trouble.
Except when I sing, and it was amazing, right?
Yeah, those numbers he's adding up must be making good sense to him right now. Sounds like he cares about the place. He's not going to be overjoyed to hear that it's part of the doomed commercial area.
Yeah, I could probably admit that.
He should still know. You have to be forewarned about these things.
Okay. Some of my thoughts tell me to do it, some haven't told me to do it. I have to warn you, I might have discovered that the whirling is part of the Doom commercial area.
What? Why would you say that? We're at a completely different address from that whole thing.
So he knows of the doomed commercial area and its address. He's thought about this.
Wait, so you know of the curse?
Everyone knows of it.
Okay, everyone knows of it. The whirling is listed on the intercom outside as one of the business in Building B. You should get your wiring fixed. I tried to call and I couldn't reach you.
I've been working here for a long time, and that intercom has never been used by the whirling.
Well, the whirling was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade before it failed. No, hold on, not once. Isn't that already no, I shouldn't say that. The whirling was once the S Delta Pinball Arcade, which failed, though perhaps the whirling will escape the curse.
Does this look like part of a doomed commercial area? This pre-revolutionary tilework, these high ceilings, the nice rooms, well, most of the rooms.
Yeah, except mine, I know. I fucked up, I know. Don't need to call me out.
For 14 years, man. That's how long I've worked here. I've kept this place up through hail and through sleet. Fuck me, if some doom ghost...
He's steady as his voice.
He's done a fine job too. Though he's spoken of the place dismissively before, the hostel is actually very important to him.
Of course it is. This is... you really care about the whirling, huh?
Yeah. It's slowly growing on me again. It's beautiful in its own way. Especially for this neighborhood. I've been trying to keep it that way. Even if it is part of the damn doomed commercial area.
You shouldn't be worried about the label, you know.
I don't place much stock in the curse and so on, but the label frightens the clientele. Who wants to stay at a doomed hostel? Everything's doomed enough without that.
The world's already doomed enough. Well, who owns this place?
Some real estate management company. They never come around here, just collect money from afar. Honestly, I think some money laundering might be involved.
There is an acrimonious note. It's clear he's doing the real work around here.
And who named the whirling in rags?
Well, it sure as hell wasn't the real estate company.
It was you?
You look surprised. What? It's a great name, I know. Cafeteria managers come up with great names too. It's from a song.
It is a nice name. I like it. What song?
Hail, Holy Queen by the Ateniers. Hail, Holy Queen of the Sea. You're whirling in rags, you're vast and you're sad.
Oh, that's on. Gart, you're a lot cooler than I thought.
Good pick.
The Lieutenant Nuts. Okay, we're all in sync then. What about those other cafeterias you manage?
What about them? One is a basement dive frequented by chain-smoking communists. I can't tell you how sick I am of Kraz Mazov and Ignis Nielsen and all those old ghosts.
He's hesitating, not sure if he should share this information with you. Encourage him.
And the others?
The other is a kebab cart. It's very successful in its way, but it's nothing like
So a
the
basement in a car. Right. Well, good luck with the place then.
Luck has got nothing to do with it. I need to think about where I'm going to place those pinballs. I have a feeling they're going to help.
Against the doom, it's implied.
So, if you didn't have anything else to tell me about my establishment, can we, wrap it up?
Yeah, there's a peephole in the wall, by the way.
What wall?
The upstairs in the secret back room, right next to Clasher, whatever the name's pronounced, bathroom. I found it when I found the pinball machines.
I'll have it fixed at once. Thank you for letting me know. I assure you, the whirling does not abide spying on its guests.
Alright, you've been notified.
Thank you. I'll patch it up personally. Was there something else about the establishment?
Yeah, can I steal it for
Hope
free?
not.
I mean, I did literally open a piece of the building that you didn't know it exists.
Yes.
Like, all that is gonna be yours. Can I at least make it even? No? Okay. Alright. I'm sorry I asked. Well, let's go back to Clichy and let's talk about this shit that's been going on. Hello.
Welcome to the roof.
The young woman has a cigarette in one hand and a cup of coffee in the other.
Her hair is still slick from the shower. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
Below his silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and last. And
I'm
lean.
sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Nice view you got here.
It's much nicer now.
Her eyes wander north towards the yard. Yeah, I know. It took me a long time to take the body.
Where the dead body used to hang, clearly visible from the roof, but no longer.
Thank you for that, officers. Truly.
There is something in her light brown eyes, a sadness, when she thinks about the death of that man.
You mentioned a cleaning lady. I might need one too.
Oh, yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
There's a vortex of dark energy present, but not to hell, to another place, a third place, much different from our world.
A third place? Interesting. That's probably why the cleaning lady quit.
Yeah, probably.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I see you've already met my colleague.
This does not come as good news to him.
I told you already, Kim. I don't know why you're so fixated on that.
Have I ever? Have you grown accustomed to your role as a police officer?
Oh yeah, feel the power.
I'm not gonna say that. Once a cup, always a cup, I guess.
Like riding a coppicycle.
She take a sip on her coffee. Yeah, once you start riding the cup life, you know.
There is the tiniest bit of flattery in there. The way her eyes move from your shoulder to shoulder.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
She take a pensive drag on her menthol cigarette.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult.
What is your name, miss? For the record.
Clausier Amondou.
That is so amazing. Congrats. I can stay as I'm about to cook supper, but I had to say hello when I saw you. You were still alive. Well, I appreciate you coming here. And if you ever are more free, you know, I would love to have you more times. Again, I stream almost every day, so you know, if you got some time and you want to catch a stream, you know, I'm here. I'm around here. I got already emotes. I got already like I got a lot of stuff set up for when we eventually get there. So it's gonna be great.
Same name that Titus gave you. It sounds Oranese, as does her accent. Her birthmarks also signal Oranje. You don't know why, but Oranese girls tend to come speckled with them.
I usually have a PNG tuber. Actually, I have like my little zebra who like moving on and stuff, and I also usually have the chat, and I'm trying to get like a little borders. That one maybe for next stream. I just thought that for this game, you know, it doesn't really fit too well. Her birthmark also signal a chance. Are you for Oranje?
Right, sir. Vredefort, Republic of Oranje.
Oranje.
I guess you could say I am an Oranese expatriate.
What is Oranje?
A bad memory, officer.
The Republic of Oranje is a democratic nation on the Muindi Isola, north of here, over the sea and across the Pale. It is one of the 6 major Occidental nations to hold stake in the continued occupation of Revachol, the coalition. People consider it a reasonable superpower.
A reasonable superpower? Why reasonable?
They will make you into a fiscal colony, divert your natural resources, hold patents and shares, but they won't threaten to wipe you out anytime, like Revachol did in its prime.
Yeah, wow. Okay. A bad memory of what, miss?
Of lilacs and lightning, parks, glass, duraluminum. Ep.34 is a conference city. It's always autumn there. And night. At least it was for me.
She squint her eyes, as it is to fit them in the distance.
What's so bad about that?
Yeah, if anything sounds kinda pleasant.
Nothing. If you're no longer there.
Oh, she's nostalgic, melancholy about that place.
The conference centers are filled with people who get angry at you if you do something wrong.
Did you do something wrong?
Sooner or later, everyone does.
Oh, she definitely did something wrong. How old are you?
I'm 28.
Damn. She's younger than me. That sucks. That sucks. What do you do, miss? What is your specialization?
Something stupid.
Want to hear what's stupid? Somewhere in a one-room apartment on Boogie Street, a young man shows Patrol Officer Tilbrook his genital warts, asking if they're cancer.
Why are you even bringing that up?
His partner, Emil Mullins, can't be there. He's in another apartment with another man who's showing him a dead dog under the radiator. It's dead, Mullins says. No, the man replies. I touched him. He's warm. He's warm, Mullins replies, because he's under the radiator.
What's that?
Oranese lit.
Orange lit?
Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university.
What is orange books about? What are orange books about?
Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are... Only the name of the nation changes.
What about Revacholian literature? People sometimes reveal things about themselves when they discuss such matters.
Revacholian Revacholian books too?
No. Revacholian lit is about how magnificent and serious Revachol is. It's about how you have to save the world.
The world is unimportant. I want to hear about you.
Strange. Usually the Revacholian hero does not save women.
She breathed in the menthol flavor fumes, savoring.
It's a frivolous pursuit. He saves all of mankind instead.
She seems quite relaxed for a victim of assault. But, of course, what seems should not be your priority.
Orange lit. Oranese lit. What do you do with it?
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
And exactly how do you make money with them? Money is very important. I'm being made aware.
Cool. I've made more money by just being than I have with Oranese lit.
Okay, being what?
Many things. A roller skating instructor, a secretary, Miss Orania 37.
She smiles.
It's the world's most tired smile. Of course she won a beauty pageant. She's very symmetrical.
Could we take a look at your passport, please?
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
I'm pretty sure I have the legal right to demand your passport, miss.
Look, officers, I like this place, but I don't want to be stuck wandering the city like a ghost after being robbed of my travel documents. I don't want to become an indentured servant in a brothel on Boogie Street, and I don't want my relatives to pay the ransom.
There are plenty of other reasons for hiding your documents from the law.
Yeah, like you doing some crime yourself. That's not why you hid it, though.
It's also why I hid it.
Why else?
She's suddenly very attentive.
I'm an unpopular girl. There are people back home who don't like me. If they show up, I'm in a hurry. The kind of hurry where you can't afford to not find your documents. But don't worry. This has nothing to do with your investigation.
It sounds very sketchy. What kind of people are this? Like the one that don't like you?
I would love to change the subject. It's not important. Unless I'm some kind of suspect.
She arches an eyebrow. Well, you might as well be.
No, I'm not.
She waved you off. Yes, you
She
are.
doesn't seem to be overly distressed. Or distressed at all, really.
My colleague has an exploratory sense of humor. Don't hold it against him.
The fuck you? What fuck you mean, Kim?
He's thinking, I like this kind of prodding, whatever the situation. It may lead somewhere yet.
What are you talking about? How do I know you told us your real name?
If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Clausia Mondu. It's a weird name.
How do you know that you saying that just to make it clear for me doesn't mean that, you know, you could just say that to make me doubt that as well.
She seems to be telling the truth, sire.
Well, okay then.
Okie dokie.
Thank you. That's it for the record.
The record. So official.
Stop making fun of me. Okay. Wow, that was one thing. Nice room you got here.
Yeah. It's pretty deluxe.
No one likes to talk about their dirty laundry and their empty bottles. Maybe if you phrase it emotionally.
What are you doing here in the whirling in rags?
I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
We have payment for 4 months, so I think that checks out, right?
The bills downstairs concur.
Why here?
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol?
Here in Revachol.
I always wanted to see the only city in the world in the worst time of the year. It's a tourist thing.
This is by far not the only reason she's here. And she isn't really hiding it either.
Great. Look around. Hate to say it, but you got sad all over the place.
Yeah. I've contaminated it pretty bad.
And that's why you're out here?
The contamination spreads from room to room. First, I escaped upstairs. The sad got that too. Then I found the handle for the summer door.
Right, and what exactly is the nature of this contamination? I'm having a very strange conversation with this lady. What exactly is the nature of this contamination?
For me, it's a mix of me with a lack of cleaning services. How about you? Talk around the establishment is, you have an industrial sad spill in there.
She taps the roof with her heels.
Somewhere below, military-grade sand is dripping off the walls. You should say the first thing. It's honest. It will lead to introspection.
Lead to introspection. Something is bad, points to your head. In my head. In the past.
That's where it always comes from, isn't it? From the head and from the past.
It's a feeling, wide and filled with doom. Gaseous, invisible, deadly. It's everywhere.
Sounds like an advanced form of what I've got. With a bit of old love sprinkled on top.
Doesn't feel like love at all. I mean, it's probably the opposite of love. You know, non-love, not being loved.
Are you sure? Love is terror.
She breathes in a large billow of menthol-infused smoke, savors it, and then let it out slowly. How many times are you gonna tell me that she smokes? You have quite the collection of prescription drugs down there.
Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it.
She says without any discernible irony.
Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Revachol, but you should still reprimand her. No, don't listen to the stiff. Be cool.
Nah, no need to be cool. Narcomania is nothing to be proud, miss.
What did you say?
You heard what I say. Narcomania is a serious issue and nothing to scoff at, miss.
Oh my god. Now it's turning into narcomania. It's got to be serious if it's 2 words.
I don't like you.
I'm sorry.
The collection includes Nacra, an opioid antagonist.
Comes in handy when you've done too many opioids.
Is that something that happens to you often, miss?
His tone isn't aggressive, just inquisitive.
Better safe than sorry.
Well, that's all as far as that goes then.
Very funky.
She takes a drag, looking you straight in the eyes. The door there, points to it. Do you know it leads to a downstairs elevator?
I did not. Mystery solved then. I kept wondering where it led.
There may be more to this mystery at some later time. She's holding back. Let's make a mental note for now.
You know there's a peephole in the other side, looking into your bedroom.
A peephole? You mean like a hole in the wall?
Well, yeah.
Yes, looking into your bedroom, miss.
The lieutenant points to her window. The unmade bed is visible through the glass.
Okay.
There's a pause as she proceeds with this information. Hold on a second. Why is there a peeping room? Well, I guess okay. I was gonna question if someone was inside there and all they need to see inside her room was to just go into the dark, open the door, and go there. But I guess the peeping hole, it would be good to make sure she's sleeping or whatever, or other moments that maybe Okay, I get it. It's still better is better for a creep, I guess, to have the peeping hole, But yes, the person can just leave the room and just look through the window to her room.
A jitter of fear and disgust moves through her body, beginning from her shoulders and ending in her hips. The cigarette tastes foul to her now.
Do you think this is somehow connected to me?
It could be connected.
Okay. Do you have any way of knowing how long it has been there?
Unfortunately, no. But if I were to guess, long enough. The perforation is under the bookshelf on your wall. It should not be hard to cover with some tape.
If it is recent, who do you think made it?
Shit. I don't know. Maybe it's been there for a long time. Maybe the local kids use it or something. I don't know.
Maybe the people who want to get you.
She does. She must have some idea.
Yeah, exactly. Don't lie to me.
I'll be fucking covering it up with a lot of tape, that's for sure. Was there anything else back there?
I mean, I already told the manager. It should be fixed soon. You must have some idea who might have been interested in making that hole.
Honestly, I have no clue.
You just tell us about the people that were trying to track you.
Yet, maybe it's something she's keeping for a later move, when she's more sure of herself.
There were tracks on the floor. They are recent.
Huh. This isn't good.
It's an old pinball workshop. The room back there. This place used to be a pinball arcade.
Okay. I'm glad someone's had fun.
Well, we didn't get much from that. That's all for now.
Mm-hmm.
She flicked her ash from her cigarette, absent-minded.
She's lost in thought. Eyes narrowed. Forehead furrowed.
That window is new.
It is.
She moves slightly to you, left to check her reflection in it.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook. He finds the answer unsatisfying.
Well, are we gonna pressure on it or what? Whatever. I have other questions.
Okay.
She takes a pensive drag of her cigarette.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and draped in smoke.
They tell us you've been through something difficult.
Something difficult? I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which one do you mean?
Were you sexually assaulted, miss?
By sexually assaulted, you mean raped?
She takes a quick drag, unperturbed.
Yes.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered.
I mean, it's afternoon.
Is it?
Squints, she takes a look around. The spring sun is highly on the sky. People pass below.
It is afternoon. Time flies, man.
Time flies, man. But were you raped, miss? I need an answer.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
By him, she must mean the victim.
So you know the victim.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
It's all very organic. Her mannerisms, her movements. If she's acting, she's quite gifted. By they, she means the Hardy Boys.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
That motherfucker.
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
Okay, so Titus asked you to spy things up for us?
Pretty much.
She cradled her coffee cup in both hands.
Warming them. She must be very cold and exhausted of this life.
Are you sure you weren't raped?
I'm 89% sure.
Does that mean you're 11% not sure?
You know how it is.
Do you?
How is it then? I want you to spill it.
Maybe you don't know.
The ash lands on her jumpsuit. She brushes it off.
There are numerous cigarette burns on those silvery scales. Easy to see now that you're closer.
In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with a mild to medium not raped here.
I mean, no one deserves that to be,
I'm sure there is one person in the world who does. I mean, there are so many people. But let me make this clear.
What the fuck?
The
Lady.
man who was hanged from that tree did not rape me.
The wording, the verbal eye roll. She's almost disgusted with the platitude you served up.
Ugh. Yeah, that was not a nice comment to do. What did happen between you and the victim then?
We partied.
What kind of party?
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that.
Harder than this? Points to your face. I didn't know it was physically plausible.
Oh, it is. You're still alive.
What did you do when you partied?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
So you had sex with Titus and you had sex with the victim. And maybe some of the Hardy Boys.
Whoa, after so much drinking and drugs, how did they manage it?
After so much drinking and drugs? How? I don't get that. Like, what? They wouldn't be able to have sex after getting drunk and high?
Untraditionally, officer.
She puts on her Astra, but lights another one with its end first.
Your imagination starts whirring, whether you want it to or not.
Were feelings involved, or is just this for fun?
A little. The drugs were good enough, and we did enough of them.
How did you two meet?
The lieutenant voice is quiet, calm.
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment, a military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
She appears aloof, but that scar part, the scary, is stressed and drawn out. What's that about? Apprehension? With longing. She misses him.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
Must have been hard for you, pointing at the jar, seeing him there.
Oh, yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant.
You called us, the RCM.
Oh, she called.
Yes.
Jackpot.
The call reporting the hanging, was that you?
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Ravachol, miss.
Okay. Before we go, if it is snitching, then why do it? The colored voice was disguised.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
Nicked it? How?
With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into the cold wire.
That is such a weird thing to do.
So, she's God's mystery phone cutter.
She cut the phone line. That doesn't sound like a regular thing to be doing. Even if you wanna, like, that's a lot of trouble. And in the process, you broke the landline downstairs.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
You clearly know what you were doing.
Jigsaw falling into place. This is satisfying. Good catch. I appreciate the symmetry.
Why go through all the trouble?
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
We're not entirely convinced about that answer, but okay. Let it slide. Pushing won't help here.
Again, I'm going to remember that I actually played this game before. And, you know, it is so obvious that our stats are all weird and fucked up. They keep saying weird stuff. Once you notice, it's like every time that they talk now, they talk like different scales.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there.
What can you tell me about him? Names, age?
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his, I don't know, hair.
Another puff, more nervous.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
I mean, it's been like how many days now?
She meant she sees him in her dreams.
I also see him in a dream.
You have? Not like I do, I imagine.
Yeah, probably not. She runs out a cigarette. Time to light a new one. How do you see him?
You don't want to know.
She looks into the pack. It's light green. I don't want to see him as me. That's very weird. Better conclude this part of our talk.
Oh, yes.
What did they hang him for, if not... What did they hang him for, if not rape?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
I know some about it, but still doesn't sound like enough justification. I mean, Titus had a short fuse, but...
And his role in this strike was... what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
Why was there a bullet in his head?
Bullet? They shot him too?
They're silent. Her brows meet in the middle for a painted frown.
I'm not picking up on any theatercraft here, sir. The pause is sincere.
They stripped his clothes and they shot him?
You mean after they hanged him?
I'm confused. Sorry.
They stripped his clothes and they shot him.
So am I. Were you aware that he had also been shot, miss?
Things are starting to go a little over my head here. I thought he was hanged. I was not present when they did it. I don't know what happened. I just know what they told me. And Sylvie, the bartender.
This is beginning to get confusing for you too, and we don't like that. Where was she last Sunday night?
Where were you when this happened?
Cowering. I was cowering downstairs with Sylvie.
Okay, so you were around then. Kind of. How do the Hardy Boys know you?
They're frequent guests. Downstairs, they have a booth for union members. They're probably down there now.
And how do you met?
Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
Did you party?
A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
I have.
Which one?
Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
Could that have been part of the reason they hanged him?
Could that be why they lynched him? Jealousy.
I hope not. Actually, I know that's not the reason. I'm careful about that kind of thing. Not crossing the wires, you know? But that's probably where they got the rape idea.
I hope not, but actually, no, never mind. Oh, I don't believe that. What do you mean?
Men like that? I don't know. It's the way their imaginations work. I suspect it's what they'd like to do to me.
What, rape you? That's... Ugh. Thank you for telling us all of this, miss.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
I have something else before we go, a little thing.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
Let's return to
Why
this
not?
later, actually.
I'll be here until 11 p.m., drinking coffee, most likely.
And smoking on the rain.
You made the right call there. It feels good. Pure.
About what?
I'm talking about your zero-tolerance policy toward the mania of narco. You're in the right there. Powerful stance. Would you like to take it up a notch? Would you like to become an anti-narcomania zealot?
I am pure and steadfast, totally uncorrupted by narco.
Yes, you're pure. Unravaged by narco. Of course, it's pretty obvious you've done a lot of drugs in the past, and will probably do more
No, I
in the
won't.
future. But that doesn't matter.
You're right, I can think of any objections.
Of course not. You've always been anti-narco militant material. You kept her off a dark course with that interjection. Are you ready to save lives?
I'm ready to start saving lives.
That's good to hear.
The lieutenant acknowledges strange mumbling. He does not have any narcotics visible on him, as he said. Good. Did I get... Oh, wasteland reality. Opioid receptionist thing. You can see so clearly in a dark alley behind the Boîte de Noix. A young couple is having sex on a shopping cart. Their eyes are bloodshot and their brains fried. They are in the throes of narcomania. On the top floor of an office building, a young executive takes a drag from a short spiffle and his eyes roll to the back of his skull. He too is a narcomaniac. Someone needs to take a stand. The world needs a narc. The world needs you. Don't worry, you can still drink and smoke. Those aren't real drugs. Okay, I don't know about that one. Alright, well, Kim wants to talk to me. What do you want to talk to me?
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
You think this will make them cooperate?
Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
Say it in a hush, boy. Why did she tell us all of that?
What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
You would have caught it.
I'm not sure she had to lie. I wouldn't have known.
If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her.
Something is off here.
You think so? She seemed forthcoming. Unusually so. Being forthcoming about some things is a good way to obscure other things. The best liars are always forthcoming. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back here soon enough.
Soon enough. Alright. Alright. We're gonna finish the episode. Okay, hold on. Let me get into YouTube mode. We're gonna leave the episode here. Thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to give a like, comment, and subscribe. Remember that now the episodes are being recorded through Twitch. So please make sure to follow me on Twitch. I'm like almost every day playing games that go to the channel. Sometimes little one-offs, sometimes little you know, little games that are more for, you know, chatting with the people more than being focused on the game. So yeah, follow me there, and yeah, you know, see each other in the next episode of this Elysium. Bye bye.